Welcome back to Maths with Mrs. J. We've started learning about expansion and we've talked about the distributive law. In the previous video, we did some examples where we just had one term outside of a bracket. Here we're going to learn how to expand when we have a situation like this, where we have two brackets involved, A plus B times C plus D. Now, like I did in the previous video, I do find it helpful to explain this by using area. So imagine we had a big rectangle that is A plus B wide and C plus D long. Now you can actually divide that into four smaller rectangles. This C plus D can be divided into the C and the D component, and this A plus B can be divided into its A and its B. Well, let's work out what the area of each of these smaller rectangles is. Well, this rectangle here has width A and length C, so its area will be AC. This one here, width A, length D, so it'll be AD. This one down here is B by C. And this one down here is B by D. Now, one way some people remember this is FOIL. First, let me just get a different colour. So you get your two first things multiplied together. So that's your first. Your outer, so your A and your D is your outer, because they're both on the outside of the brackets. Your B times your C, so that's your inner, and your B times your D are the last things in the brackets. All right? FOIL. I never learnt it that way when I was at school. I just did my little arrows and away I went. But that's fine. If FOIL helps you, then go for it. We're going to do some examples. Just stressing the examples that we do here, you would be doing significantly more than these yourself to master the skill. Just doing 5 examples is certainly not sufficient for you to master the skill, so please do lots of practice. This is just to demonstrate how to do it. All right, so we're expanding. Let's do our little arrows. So we're going to get x times x, which is x squared. X times 3, which is 3x. 1 times x, which is x. 1 times 3, which is 3. And then we're just going to collect up our like terms. The only like terms we have here are our x terms. 3x plus x is 4x. Okay, next one. X times x is x squared. Now, here's where we need to be very careful. If you have a sign before a term, it comes with it as a package deal. So this is a -5 and this is a -2. Just bear that in mind. So then we're going to have x times -2, so minus 2x. -5 times x is minus 5x. And -5 times -2 is plus 10. Now, when we put our like terms together here, we have -2x minus 5x, so we get -7x. And there we go. Okay, next one. 3x times 4x is 12x squared. Let's do our little thingies here. So we've got 3x times 1 is 3x. 2 times 4x is 8x. And 2 times 1 is 2. Again, the only terms that are like here are the x terms, so we put them together. 3x plus 8x is 11x's. Okay. You should be starting to see the pattern happening here. Be really careful. As I said before, if you've got a negative, it comes along for the ride as a package deal. Okay, 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times -7 is -14x. 5 times 3x is 15x. And 5 times -7 is -35. And again, we've only got our x terms as our like terms. In this case, negative 14x plus 15x is plus x. And that one's done. Last one for this video. Just be careful with our negatives. Okay, let's go. 4x times 7x is 28x squared. 4x times negative 3 is negative 12x. Negative 1 times 7x is negative 7x. And negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. So we end up with 28x squared minus 19x plus 3. Now at this juncture, I'd just like to point out that when we factorise, what we actually do is we take something like this and we go back the other way and we divide up that middle term back again. So just bear that in mind for our factorisation.